And what the hell, we'll do this contract and then I'll probably wrap up. Backyard barbecue. This doesn't pay all that well. The salvage is, so 342,600 is the pay, and then 211 is the salvage. I'll just keep it at that. That's fine. We might not face mechs. It all depends. Oftentimes the escort is going to be mechs. Now, obviously, we do have to use different mech as we did remove the dragon. Maybe not the wisest call, but let's see what we can run instead. We could go back to the old days with the Enforcer. Pretty solid mech, and it's got some pretty good weapons in it still. It's not as anywhere near as good as the Dragon. Firepower is only at, what, 150? We could run the Wolverine. Wolverine is set up a little bit more for long-range firepower, but it's still got decent durability. It probably is better than the Enforcer, so 960 versus 880, so it's better there. And firepower wise, we're looking at 175. Now this thing runs pretty hot, which might be difficult. Whereas the Enforcer runs definitely cooler. It's slower though. Granted, the Enforcer has jump jets, so that does give it a little bit of advantage. How good is the armor on the Vindicator? It's probably also in the 800s. This is also a very solid mech because it's got the snub-nosed PPC, which is a very solid weapon. But we downgraded a lot of its other weapons as we were replacing it in the front line, so its firepower is also at 150. You know, we've never used this Wolverine. I say go with it. It may not be as effective because of the heat efficiency, but we do have the coolant ability, the coolant vent. Now this is where I have to make the decision. Do I switch out Bajera here? I probably think that's a bad call though, because we're already using a secondary pilot, and this might be a difficult mission, especially as we downgraded one of our mechs. So I'm going to go ahead with the pilots that we have. We want to make sure that we can achieve this mission. If it comes down to it, I'll just go in, smack the objective, and leave. That's the one advantage you have to these, and the Firestarter is extremely good at that. So I think we can do this mission, even if it is a very heavy escort. Just go in, smack the objective, and leave. And at the very least with those LRMs, if we're not in position with the Wolverine, we could be doing something. So, okay, let's begin the mission. Now, if I had Leo not injured, I probably would run both Crackshot and Leo instead of Legend, but unfortunately that's not the situation, so...
Command interface initiated.
Alright, according to these survey maps, you should be able to see the convoy's route from this location. Once you have eyes on them, destroy the vehicles, and any other units are at your discretion, but there shouldn't be much opposition. Famous last words, Commander. When you're ready for pickup, I'll meet you at this LZ. So the LZ's over here. Okay, that we need to remember because it's not going to be marked on my map. Thankfully, it is not far from where we are now. So right next to this mineral patch, that should keep it somewhat easy to remember where it is. So the thing we have to figure out, that I always try and like to... Okay, so they might be coming from this direction. Let's follow the road. Okay, that road sneaks up there. So that's going to be their end point. So more than likely they're coming along this road here. And this is going to be the point we hit them. So let's focus on it from that perspective. So I'm going to go ahead and take the trebuchet. As a matter of fact, some of our other mechs are kind of in the way right now. So let's take Brunswick here. Yeah, you sure get headshot a lot, Leo. Yeah, we're just going to sprint into the wood here.
Heading out.
Now the trebuchet's path is not as blocked. We'll go ahead and sprint here on top of the ridge. Looking to get into the wood. Because we can get in here and fire on the road, potentially. Now that's kind of a long-range shot, but eventually we're going to come around this way. At least that's the objective. Okay, the Wolverine is just going to follow along in this path. I'll take the Shadowhawk a little bit more direct. Maybe we can get vision early. Well, the problem is I didn't give him a cockpit mod. I have one. Well, I gave him a cockpit mod. I gave the trebuchet the one that gives us more morale. What is that noise? I'm just going to slam the spacebar so we can get moved along here.
Yes, Commander.
Actually, I want my mech to go first because I'd like to get the vision of these guys if I can. At least get them in sensor contact, right? So I'm going to take this pretty aggressive. We may pay for that. You know what? No, let's go Brunswick first.
Yep.
Reason why. I can get a little further along with Brunswick by jumping here.
Our target is within sensor range.
All right, where are they? Oh shit. Got a blackjack and a oh, that's not good. Blackjack and a Warhammer. Now, they're not facing me. We may be able to take advantage of that.
Coordinates received.
Obviously, we want to hit that Warhammer in the back if we can. Convoy's a lot further along than I would have expected it to be. Now, this is just the escort, so I don't know where it is right now. But this is maybe a rough mission for us, because that's a Warhammer. If they don't move, we still got a rear shot. Yeah, I'll jump here. Unless you're showing bad movies on the ship. Oh, that's more Darius's bag. Ah, there they are. So the escort's coming to greet them. Unfortunately, they are moving, so I expect... Oh wait, we're actually into combat round. They did not move at all. Question is, how hard do we want to come in on this Warhammer? It has already taken some armor damage. Not sure what the right call is with that. So there's a light mech over here. We already seen this one. So what I could do is I could jump in and maybe get... Let's at least see what the option is here. Okay, so I could not get a rear attack on the Warhammer. So the question is... Do we come in and rear attack the Blackjack because we have that? I don't have a precision strike ready, and I think the Firestarter would take really heavy damage if I did this move. But what I will do is I'll keep its vision, because next initiative round, we'll start hitting. Trebuchet, we're going to have to take all the rear attacks we can on that Warhammer, because this is too good of an opportunity to pass. And I can always make my judgment call on what to do with the Firestarter next initiative round, because the Warhammer, it's going to go on a 2. We are throwing away the potential of hitting the Blackjack in the rear, but the Blackjack is not as valuable as the Warhammer, killing that. Warhammers can put out a lot of damage, though, and at point-blank range, I don't want to think about what a Firestarter would happen to it, so... What is that sound effect? Oh, it's a raven. That's what that sound effect is. That's the ECM field. That's a raven. Okay, well, in any case.
Standing by.
I could just stay put, but that's probably a bad idea. Is there a way I could get a better shot here? Looks like 75% chance is as good as it gets. Yeah. Okay. But we're going to take it. Because that's too good of a rear attack to pass on. Alternatively, what we could do... Legend.
Orders.
Is we could have Legend start. And burn down the evasion. So that the higher damage output has the better chance to hit. I didn't realize we wouldn't be able to go up on this ridge.
Roger that.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't expect it'll be too difficult because all you have to do is sensor lock it.
Locking on.
Okay. So the blackjack is going to be able to move. I didn't expect it would be able to hit me. Okay. Now a crack shot can do its do the move. So there's going to be a lot better accuracy. You know, this move is probably better because it gets us more options.
Rolling.
All right, there's a full-on rear attack. Hopefully it does good damage. Oh, we got a heat sink.
Scored a critical hit.
What I may do, I don't know how wise this is, but I may wait for the Warhammer to go before I move either the Firestarter or the Shadowhawk, because I may be able to get in behind it again. If it comes forward to attack the Firestarter, we might be able to jump in behind it. That's really iffy, though. I can't attack it at all now. So we already checked that. I cannot attack it. I cannot get close enough. If I could have, I would have done it by now. And I can't attack anyone else. So right now, the Firestarter cannot do anything. So I obviously don't want the Warhammer to attack me, but I don't think there's anything I can do about it. Unless the other move that we could do is I could just jump in and hit the Warhammer again. Now, most of my attacks do not have high accuracy because I'm not very close. Then again, that's still a lot of raw damage hitting rear. I feel like we cannot throw away this opportunity.
Engaging jump jets.
To hit a Warhammer 3 times in the rear, that seems like too good of a chance to pass up. So...
Targeting rear armor.
yeah, it's dead. Excellent. That could not have gone better. To kill a mech of that weight that quickly is amazing. I still do not have a move, though, with Brunswick. So we'll just reserve past here. Now, the enemy can for sure see my Shadowhawk. Now, if they happen to have LRM carriers, we're going to get hurt real bad here. But there's not really anything I can do about that. They could do that no matter what, because, well, if I hadn't done the Shadowhawk move, but that was well worth it. So we have to see how much we pay for this. The heavy mechs are more than likely strikers at 35 tons. That's pretty much a surety. And if they are LRM carriers, we're really going to get hurt here because they're going to be able to burn down my evasion quite a bit before they get a chance to go. So, oh, let's just keep going here.
Roger that.
Probably what I'll do with the Firestarter is just have it jump forward and maybe do some sensor locking.
Damage minimal.
Because I can't do anything else really right now. So I'm going to go ahead and jump. We could get a rear shot on the Blackjack next turn, which I think probably that is the wise move. The one threat that I have here is if these are demolishers. No, that's 60 tons, so it can't be a demolisher. Actually, I don't know how heavy demolishers are. But if this is a demolisher, we're walking right into it. Maybe this is the wiser jump over here. The only problem with that is I don't know if I can get in behind. That might be too far to jump. Whereas here, this is probably be more of a sure thing. But if I can stay outside the range of a demolisher, I'd be a little bit happier. Maybe even to there. I don't know. This is just, you know, this is me having to make a judgment call here.
Lifting off.
I sure hope those aren't demolishers. It's one of those things where I don't know how heavy a LRM carrier is. I don't know how heavy an SRM carrier is. I don't know how heavy a demolisher is. I just don't know that stuff like offhand. Could just be a Manicore. I don't really know. That wasn't a lot of missiles, so I have a hard time believing that was an LRM carrier. Could just be Manicores. Never mind. That's an LRM carrier. That hurts.
Warning.
If we,
Armor low.
Go time!
if we can, we need to kill that, but it's just one of those situations where it's too far away. It's not easy for me to be able to do that kind of stuff. I feel like I cannot walk away from a rear attack when I have one. The question is, did I set myself up for one? I did. No, I didn't. God damn it. Well, that means there's no point in me doing it. Okay, so we reserve then.
Waiting for the shot.
I'm not surprised to see this attack. So I paid a lot for that kill on the Warhammer, unfortunately. So the Raven is coming to get me, huh? Alright. Let's go ahead and attack. I don't know who to attack. But attack and retreat. I guess we'll just attack the Javelin to say we did. I have to be careful, because I might build up too much heat to retreat, but I think I'll be okay. But we do not want to eat another salvo like that from those LRMs.
Engaging jump jets.
Now they may sensor lock me and then put me in a bad situation potentially. Now, it looks like these guys have bulwarks, so it's going to be hard to really deal with them. But in this case,
Commander?
I'm going to kind of move along with where the convoy is going, while also simultaneously doing damage. I guess that's our move.
Coordinates received.
This is going to be a multi-target. You're going to be A. You're going to be B. E is going to be the higher damage output. Oh, that's a hard shot, huh? Change my mind on that then. Change it that way. Kind of want to kill that Javelin, but one of the situations where the high damage output is too hard of a target, so... Yeah, we lost invasion at the very least. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and reserve. Right now, the only thing they can see is the fire starter. We have strong evasion, so I'm okay if they fire at me. At least for now.
Come on, send me a real mech warrior.
I think we reserve again. Because then I can make judgment
Wait for the right
calls.
move.
I would not like to eat an LRM carrier, but I don't know if there's a whole lot I can do about it. They're just too hard to deal with right now.
Report.
If there's two LRM carriers and they both open up on the Firestarter, a Firestarter is going to take serious damage and probably be in jeopardy. But again, not a whole lot I can really do about it. Well, that's not true. What I could do
Got it.
is use Vigilance to give myself protection. Take this. So that screams Mana Core to me. Because I don't know what else has LRMs that's, you know, that weight. But we know the other thing's an LRM carrier.
Commander. Good to go.
In there. Just hit the blackjack because it's the only thing I can hit.
Roll to that.
Might still do some alright damage. Alright, here comes the hurt. Thankfully, a lot of it's missing.
Systems.
Come on, people.
Alright, so this is
Let's
where we have to
make
make a
it
call as
happen.
well and decide what we're going to do here. Now, I could probably jump in and start attacking these guys, and then we would be able to see where that LRM carrier is. It does open me up to a lot of retaliation, though. For right now, we're not in that bad of a spot, so I'm going to go ahead and reserve, let the light mechs go. Okay, so the spider... I'm sorry, the javelin. I don't know why, I just thought that was a spider. Yeah, let's also reserve and see what the raven does. Okay.
Aye, aye.
The main thing I have to worry about is how is the blackjack going to retaliate against me? You know what? F it. I'm going to kill that LRM carrier. I know exactly where it is. Enemy might be able to get in behind me, but I'm hoping not.
Engaging jump jets.
So because we jumped inside where the Raven is, everyone inside the sphere just lost their defense. So now we can target them. Oh, it looks like ECM isn't that hard to defeat, huh? Now I can't target the Raven because the Raven has one more charge. We're going to kill this LRM carrier because this bastard needs to die.
Primary target damaged. Concentrate your fire.
My hope is that would have killed it, but unfortunately not. But we have follow-up LRMs. Okay, the blackjack did nothing.
Standing by.
You know what? Normally, I would go the other way. But in this case... Well, what can we do if I go this way? I would be out of range. Okay, so I have to make my decision here. Yeah, so we're going to multi-target. And the goal here is to try and kill the LRM carrier while also doing some damage. Sadly, we did damage to the wrong side. Oh well. While also doing damage. Go ahead and do that as B.
Copy that, Commander.
This has a very high chance of killing it.
Primary target is taking damage.
Looks like that ECM protected that LRM carrier from the missiles. ECM gives missile defense, doesn't it? It's almost like that doesn't work.
Yes, Commander.
The trebuchet's kind of blocked my way here. Which is fine, I'm okay with that. Not in range of the medium lasers, so I really just have to pick a target. So as I thought, that's a mana core. I don't think this LRM-20 is going to kill anyone. So I guess we just move for position. I hope you can move through here. In that case, we'll just hit the blackjack because it's the only thing we can hit.
Affirmative. Engaging.
So that works perfectly, and the Firestarter will be able to get in there and do more serious damage to the enemy. I'm not going to do anything with the Shadowhawk just yet, but we're running so hot, I don't really have many choices. So we're just going to reserve down to the last, and hopefully the Firestarter doesn't pay too much for the move we did. But pretty much what I'm going to do with the Firestarter next turn, if it looks like we can get away with it, is just stomp one of these vehicles. I assume that the Mana Core will be close enough that we can do that.
Standing by.
Mana Core is a threat, obviously, but some of its weapons are fairly close in, so if it can't move that far away, it's going to have a hard time hitting the Firestarter. And still, that was the right call. Doing what we did with the Firestarter was the right call. I don't know of another way we could have really swung that. Alright. So I could either sprint to try and cool off the most, or I could jump. Problem is, I just don't cool off that much with that. So, guess we're just sprinting behind here. This is a fine move.
Full throttle.
Alright, this so far has been going okay. My question is, did he get far enough away? Like a lot of that missed. So we could stomp that Mana Core really easily. The only problem is the other light mechs
Show 'em what you got.
can get in behind me probably. Not if we do it from the one side. So I'm going to go in. According to this, we're going to overheat, so I can't use all the small lasers. Probably turn just one off. So we're doing double damage against a vehicle, so 90 damage. Plus another 100, so there's a good chance we get a kill here. And if we don't get it, well, at the very least, we've done the damage.
Putting my weight into it.
Now, the downside is that the Javelin and the Raven are untargetable now. Yeah, we got the kill. And this is something that the Firestarter excels at.
Down.
So we'll be able to do the same against the Strikers and stuff if it can catch them. Alright, I was afraid of that. Now, if the Raven attacks, it loses its ECM, so we'll be able to smack it. So it has to make that call of whether it's going to attack or not. And it decided to, so it should now be visible. Should now be
Minimal
visible.
damage on that hit.
There it is. Okay. So the trebuchet is going to go first. And this screams multi-target situation to me. Indeed. Okay. So multi-target. You're going to be A. You're going to be B. And you're going to be C. C is going to be the medium lasers. And you are going to be B. A fairly hard shot, but we at least burn through this guy's damage reduction, and he's taking a lot of damage, so I expect this to hurt.
Acknowledge.
Come on, give me something. Oh, F you. Now, I expect the Blackjack to attack the Firestarter. Unfortunately, I could not prevent that. Oh, no it isn't. Alright, I'll take that. I'd prefer the Trebuchet not take that kind of damage, but in the grand scheme of things,
I'm losing armor bad.
We'd rather not the fire starter just keep getting beat on.
Orders?
Alright, Legend's gonna take what shots are available, honestly. Again, I'm kind of torn on this one. Can't fire there. 75, 70. Guess we go against one of the strikers. If we hit one, we should hit the one in front. I could do a precision strike. That might give me the chance to get the kill. She now has called shot mastery. 96% chance to hit. The side's going to be much weaker than anything else that we can hit. Ah, damn, it didn't work. I figured that wasn't enough. The situations where you want to jump to get that better accuracy, it doesn't make any difference, huh? Well, we could use another precision strike here, I guess. Kind of a waste because this guy has so much damage reduction, but at this point he's absolutely beat to hell, so... Guess we just aim for the right torso.
Engaging target.
We don't need a lot of damage to do a lot of damage here. Okay. Pretty
Enemy
serious damage there.
critical damage detected.
Firestarter is going to take a decent amount of damage here. There's not a whole lot we can do about it. Granted, this guy did not move far, so we should be able to... Just the problem we are now facing is the Firestarter is just going to get overwhelmed. So I'm not sure we can get away with that kind of move. Because both these light mechs can just double team him. So unless we do something to protect him, he's really starting to get beat up. We could go after the Raven, although the Javelin would have a real easy time getting in behind if we did that. No, as I said, I could take out the Striker right now. I say we kill the Javelin. It's almost... It's gotta be hurting. I'm gonna go here. I still think the Raven might be able to get in behind me, but this is really the best move I think I have to try and protect. We could use Vigilance as well. If I do this, they get in behind me. There's nothing I can do about it. Well, I say that. If we face that direction, in theory, the Blackjack could get in behind me. You know, this move is actually not as bad as I thought. And the Vigilance helps. Okay, let's go for it. This should get the kill, I would think, especially as it's a rear attack. Unfortunately, we have just cloaked everyone within the ECM field. Okay, so the small lasers were a waste, but I just want to make sure. Alright, so we only have one guy left. Fortunately...
And stay down.
Alright, let's see what the Javelin does. Still untargetable. If it doesn't fire its weapons, though... Yes, the ECM field?
Sensor locked.
Oh, interesting. Use the ping on us. Oh, the Blackjack is now covered. You can change that. Oh, I can't jump far enough. God damn it. Alright, well, we'll do what we can then.
Commander.
I'll just have Legend move in and finish this. We've already hit this side once, so I suspect he's gonna die.
Copy that.
We'd get really unlucky if this doesn't kill him. Well, it is a 65% chance to hit, so it's not actually that easy. Ah, come on. I guess the Trebuchet.
Leaving you.
Oh, we now have vision of the Blackjack. I can't target it, though. What we need to do is we need to get within the ECM field, but I can't see the ECM field to know where to go. So in theory, maybe this would break it. But then I wouldn't be able to do anything this turn, so...
I'm here.
Guess I just move into cover to give myself some protection, and then we try and finish the last vehicle here.
Location confirmed.
We don't get a turn where we do a whole lot. That's, you know, is what it is. It's unfortunate because we could have definitely killed that blackjack this turn. Oh, God, screw you! Alright. The fire starter is in trouble, though, because the blackjack can hit in the rear. I had kind of planned on it being dead. Oh, you didn't do anything. Alright, I have no choice but to do... No, come here. I have no choice but to do this move. Because we need to kill this guy. The guy that should already be dead, times 2. Alright, just, turn all the SRM4s off. I don't think we're gonna need them.
Engaging target.
I say as we almost don't kill him.
Method inbound, Commander. I'll meet you at the LZ.
Alright. You get the blackjack and the javelin.
Ready for orders.
Can we see information on these guys when they're in ECM field? We sure can. Yeah, the blackjack is pretty much dead.
Yeah.
Problem is we just don't have heat to do a whole lot. So in theory, javelin could jump in behind me and hit me in the rear, and there wouldn't be anything I could do about it. Oh well.
Copy that.
Wait, what? Shouldn't I be in the ECM field? Did the ECM field just barely cover this guy? Ah, son of a bitch. Fine. Eat that.
Sensors locked on.
I want to make that Raven pay. You're gonna die, bastard.
Yes, Commander.
A. B.
Multiple targets confirmed.
Oh, that missile defense really worked well. Ah, damn. Well, we're gonna have to repair the trebuchet. That's not...
I'm taking internal
is what
damage.
it is. Now all the enemy is targetable.
Yes, Commander.
So the Wolverine is gonna come in. And try and finish this.
Affirmative.
Alright, multi-target. A, you're gonna be that. Alright, fire.
Splitting fire.
Sucks to be you. And you? I wonder if the Raven's gonna live. Let's find out. It may live because I'm too hot. I will not be denied. I don't care what my heat says.
Engaging jump jet.
Come here, you bastard. Alright. This isn't a lot of damage, but you're gonna eat it. And you're gonna like it. Like that.
Engaging target.
Oh, did your equipment get destroyed?
Critical damage
Come on,
detected.
people. Let's make it.
Oh no. Storm? Sure, Senator, so I don't really care.
Confirmed.
Mech warriors, show 'em what you got.
Commander, the area has been cleared. Darius has given me the green light to land immediately. Hold position. So there was all of one turn where that messed with me. That the ECM messed with me. But you note that on that turn, the enemy didn't do anything. So what difference did it make if I couldn't shoot him? Okay, so we got a little bit of a bonus. Fortunately, the trebuchet did take some damage that we're going to have to repair, but nothing serious. And as far as the salvage goes, the thing that I think is the most valuable to take is definitely the Warhammer part, unless there's another system like the LRM-20 with extra damage. Yep, that's a for surety. That's really good luck. So now, in theory, we have two LRM-20s that have extra damage. I can't say enough how valuable that is. That alone, if we ever put in a mech with both of them, that's 100 damage. I'm sorry. 100 damage apiece, so it's 200 damage. Alright, let's go ahead and confirm, see what else we get. So we managed to get some other systems that, it is what it is. Okay. So we're somewhat close to getting an archer. We got a Warhammer part. We're still a ways away from that. We'll just have to see how it goes. And the Archer would be the vehicle to put two LRM-20s in. So that may be our end goal. Honestly, I feel like the Wolverine set up for fire support and the Trebuchet worked well together in this mission. Especially with the mission having terrain that made it difficult to move a lot of my mechs that didn't have jump jets. And with the terrain being what it was and the biome being what it was hard to use jump jets consistently. All right, well, that's that. So really all we have here now is simple repair on the trebuchet. Shouldn't take much time at all. One day. And then we have the loadout of the Centurion to do, but I'm going to save that for the future. I have no idea what I'm going to do with the Centurion. I'm not even sure if I am going to load it out. May just end up selling it. I have no idea. Centurion's a solid mech, and you can do things with it. But I think we've gotten to the point where something like this may not be all that valuable. But I know there's a mission out there where you have a drop weight of 50-ton limitation. So the Centurion may work for that kind of mission. But in theory, we already have 3 mechs that could do that job. We have the Enforcer, we have the Vindicator, and we have the Phoenix Hawk, and then we could run with something like the Firestarter. So it's really up to whether or not we want to run all medium mechs or something like that. We just have to, figure that out. Well, I'm pretty happy with where we are at the moment. I'd like to be able to get some more heavy mechs. In particular, something like the Archer would be very nice for us because the support mech doesn't really matter what its initiative is. Like, that's one of the things. It's one of the few mechs where the initiative really doesn't matter because you usually always go last with a support mech. There's going to be some circumstances, like for example that Warhammer, where we could get multiple rear attacks where the initiative did matter, but in a lot of circumstances, you're trying to establish a line of sight for your support mechs so that they can get those attacks in. So that's where it matters. Alright, well, in any case, as I said, I'm going to save this for later. We're going to go ahead and wrap up here. So I hope you guys very much have enjoyed. Let me go ahead and get the hard save in here.